Hello everyone, thank you for coming back to my channel. Today we are making mochi. Well, more accurately, I'm preparing some already made mochi to enjoy it deliciously. In America, when people hear mochi, they usually think of the chewy ice cream wrapped in mochi skin, right? But in Japan, mochi refers to that springy, elastic food made from steamed glutinous rice that pounded, then grilled, boiled, or eaten in various ways. What I'm going to eat today is store-bought rectangular mochi. One is Abekawa Mochi, coated with Kinako soybean flour, and the other one is Isobe Maki, grilled mochi brushed with soy sauce and wrapped in Nori seaweed. The combination is super classic and perfect as a snack with tea, especially green tea like I'm drinking now. Here are the ingredients. All you need is store-bought cut mochi, nori seaweed, soy sauce, kinako, and sugar. When you take them out of the bag, they are individually wrapped, so they keep well and are super convenient. They are also another way to make mochi from mochi flour by mixing it with water and steaming it. So be sure to check out the video I made before too. I will put the link in the description. Alright then, let's start grilling. Traditionally, mochi is made by steaming glutinous rice and pounding it with a mortar and pestle. But for home cooking, using these pre-cut store-bought mochi and grill them in the easiest. Just like toasting bread. Toast mochi in a toaster oven until they puff up. If you are using oven, preheat the oven to 400 Fahrenheit and bake for 5 to 10 minutes. Okay, while the mochi is grilling, let's make the sauces. First, mix soy and sugar. This is the sauce for Isobe Maki. I'm using brown sugar today, but regular white sugar is totally fine. Just mix soy sauce and sugar. And the nori can be eaten as it is, but if you want it crispier, just toast it quickly over high heat to make it crispy again. Cut the nori with scissors into sizes that are easy to wrap around the mochi. Next, let's prepare the topping for the Kinako Mochi. This is super simple too. Just mix Kinako soybean, flour, and sugar together. Adjust the amount of sugar to your taste. You will see when you try it, but if you use Kinako by itself, it can be insanely dry, so be careful. And I also recommend preparing some lukewarm water for the Kinako Mochi. Okay, the mochi is ready. Be careful, it's really hot. If you grill it until it puffs up and the inside starts to burst out, you will get a delicious contrast. Crispy on the outside and super chewy on the inside. And if you like it softer, you can also just microwave the mochi for about 15 seconds to 30 seconds. For the Kinako Mochi, first dip it in lukewarm water. This makes it much easier to coat with the Kinako and sugar mixture. For the nori version, brush the mochi evenly with soy sauce, then wrap it with the nori. The pieces I cut earlier were a little too big, so I cut them into half again. Nori gets damp easily, so for any leftovers, seal them in a plastic bag and store them in the freezer. This way, they will keep much longer. Okay, the Isobe Maki is ready. Now that the Kinako Mochi has softened nicely, let's coat it with the kinako and sugar mixture. The leftover kinako also absorbs moisture easily, so make sure to seal it tightly and store it in the refrigerator or freezer. That way it will last much longer. Okay, there we go, all done. See, super easy, right? The packaged rectangular or round mochi can be stored at room temperature for a long time, so they are also perfect as emergency food. Now let's brew some tea and enjoy tea time. Today I prepared Genmaicha. It means roasted brown rice green tea. These days, even in Japan, a lot of people drink bottled tea, but brewing it in a teapot like this is much more economical and the flavor is way better. For 2 people, here's how I brew it. First, put about 2 teaspoons of tea leaves into the teapot. Then pour hot water that has cooled to about 80 to 85 Celsius or 175 to 185 Fahrenheit. Use roughly 300 to 40 milliliters of water for 2 servings. Let it steep for about 1 minute to 1 minute 30 seconds. Then pour evenly into the cups. Tea and snacks are ready. Let's eat while it's hot. Today, I introduced some simple and classic ways to enjoy mochi. I hope you had fun watching. If you enjoyed the video, I'd really appreciate it if you could like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Thank you so much for watching as always. See you next time. Bye.